Hey, Mama.
Lately, we have been dealing with dental issues. My youngest son had dental surgery recently, and we've gone down this road with our oldest son. We thought that the first time it went well. The second time it should go just as well. No, never did I imagine that my son would respond to having dental surgery in the way that he did, y'all. So first of all, I forgive myself as a mother. We're going to talk about forgiveness in this podcast. I forgive myself because when you are raising children, especially for the first time, your first child, you don't really know what to expect. Some things pop out unexpectedly, and there's no manual to how this happens. I mean, when I say this, I mean motherhood. You go off of what when you know better, you do better, right? And so that's a common theme of mama school. When you know better, you do better. So we're trying to learn so that we can know better and do better. So when it came to the dental situation, my first child, I took him to the dentist for the first time a little late in life. I think he was maybe two, I think, when I started taking him to the dentist. And he had some challenges with cavities, and we had to get the dental surgery where they put him under anesthesia to put a couple of crowns in his mouth because of cavities. So you learn from that. There's no failures in life, only lessons. So the lessons that I learned from that is, one, do everything I can to avoid cavities because it is very expensive, one. And two, you just don't want to put your child through that sometimes, So sometimes you don't want to put your child through that at all, So I learned those lessons. Baby number 2 come along. Okay, we're at the dentist, I think before he even turned 1. We went to the dentist early. We at the dentist early, brushing teeth early, flossing early, but I guess it was just not enough. And Lord and behold, here he comes with cavities, just like the oldest one. And unfortunately, his situation kind of came to light during the pandemic. Like when we're still in the pandemic, but when the pandemic first started, that's when it came to my attention that he was having some challenges with his teeth. And so unfortunately, we were in a position where we couldn't take him to the dentist because the dentist was closed. So we had to wait until we could take him to the dentist, like maybe 3 months or so. Let me see, March. Yeah, maybe 4 months, 3 or 4 months. We had to wait before we could take him to the dentist because of the pandemic messed up everything. The whole 2020 is just jacked up because of this pandemic. Anyway, so we take him to the dentist. He's having these dental issues. We get him prepared for surgery. We pay the money. Surgery day comes, and mommy accidentally gave the baby breakfast. I gave him food. He wasn't supposed to have food after 10 p.m. the day before surgery. And I woke up that morning and I was just telling my husband, like, I'm a chaotic organizer. So I could have things in multiple places, notes in multiple places, stuff all over the place, and know exactly where to get it. But as soon as I start to get very organized, I start to do what I call hide things from myself. I hide things from myself. So I was so prepared for this day, for this surgery day, that I completely missed the note that he wasn't supposed to have food after 10 o'clock. And so after we gave him breakfast, we realized that, and long story short, we ended up having to reschedule the surgery, and we ended up having to wait from August to November because of the mistake that mommy made. So I want to end with something new. This is a new segment. Usually I do a mama moment where I give some encouraging words to help you through. But this time I'm going to do what I call Maffirmations. What's a Maffirmation? Is a play on the word affirmation. I can't do nothing just regular. I have to have like a fancy mama type term. A Maffirmation is an affirmation specifically for you, Ma. It's for you. Affirmations are very important because you can replace any kind of negative thoughts that you may have during the day with your affirmation. Let me tell you, I'm going beyond my 45 minutes. I'm sorry, guys, but I have been in very stressful workplaces. In my recent experience, what saved me, what saved my mind, were affirmations. I would meditate, get my mind ready to go into this workplace. And through my meditation, of course, positive thoughts would come my way, and I would turn them into affirmations or a word. I would say, I got a word today. I would go to work, take an index card, write my word for the day on the index card, and post it on the bulletin board for myself and my office mate. That got me through. When I tell you it got me through, because I was able to remind myself daily of that affirmation whenever I had a down moment. I would have a moment, I would vent, I would complain, and I would look up at that affirmation like, remember what my word said. So affirmations are important. So we are going to end every podcast with either a mama moment or a Maffirmation. My Maffirmation for this episode is forgive yourself. I will forgive myself. I will give myself forgiveness. You can say it in any way, however you feel comfortable. An affirmation should be no more than 5 words. It's a positive, healing message, a part of self-talk that you're giving to yourself. I will forgive myself. Write that wherever you want to write it, instill it, place it on your heart, on your mind. Define it for yourself. What are you forgiving yourself for? I will forgive myself that I forgot not to feed Chase before his dental surgery, which led to all of this drama for me. I will forgive myself that I didn't cook tonight. I would forgive myself that I went to bed without doing those dishes. I would forgive myself that I didn't have the energy to play with my child. I was just tired. I will forgive myself. I will give myself forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive me. However you want to say it, define it for yourself and post it somewhere. Not only are we doing these affirmations now, but you're also striving for change. You're striving for change. So I'm giving this affirmation, and I'm moving forward doing things differently because I know better. I'm going to do better. I'm taking some of these suggestions that Chanel gave. I'm taking some of the suggestions that I gave in this podcast or that I've given in previous podcasts, and I'm doing better. The Maffirmation for this episode is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. That's what I have for you. In the meantime, y'all be sure to go to patreon.com/letmamalive. Listen to the podcast. Listen to the after show for the podcast. You have to become a patron in order to watch the after show. Patreon.com/letmamalive. If you're watching the video on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, join the conversation in the comments. Remember, we're on Instagram at letmamalive or at I am Jenn Pittman, which my page is private, y'all. So if I see you, I kind of evaluate and then I add you on. So